Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So guys, this is the second video of our Angular series. In this video, we are going to see installation and setup of Angular. So we are going to cover multiple things in this video. So before starting, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel as I regularly upload these kinds of helpful videos for all of you. Also, I'm creating a complete playlist on Angular, so make sure to check that too. Let's start with today's topic, which is installation and setting up of Angular. So in this video, basically we are going to see few steps. First one, we are going to see how can we install Node and NPM. Then we are going to see how can we install Angular CLI. Then installing our first Angular app. And finally, we are going to see an interview question based on this topic. Okay, so let's start. First of all, we will install Node and NPM. So for installing Node and NPM, you have to download Node.js. So you can see Node, you can go on nodejs.org and you can come on this download section. Here you will automatically get the version of Node suitable for your system. You just have to click on this and it will start downloading. So my download is now completed. I have opened the setup. So we have to click on next and click on I accept the terms in the license agreement, next, and we will keep the default settings as it is. We will click on next and install. So it will install the Node.js for us. So our Node installation is now complete. Let's click on finish and let's now confirm whether the Node version is installed is proper or not. So for that you have to open command prompt. You can type cmd in your search and you can open command prompt here. Now let's first of all check whether our Node version, so how can we check the Node version? Node-v, this will give us the current Node version. So you can see the current Node version is 20.12.2, which is our latest Node version. Okay, next is we have to check whether what is our current npm version. So when we install Node, automatically npm also gets installed. So let's check the npm version. So you can see the npm version that is installed is 9.8.0. okay, so our first step is done where we have installed Node and npm. Let's move on to step number 2, which is installing Angular CI. So for installing Angular CI, let us first understand what is Angular CI. We need to go to angular.io/CLI. This will take us to the CLI website. First of all, let's understand what is CLI. The Angular CLI is a command line interface tool that you use to initialize, develop and scaffold and maintain Angular application directly from your command shell. So basically it gives us the facility to install Angular directly from the command line. So basically, how can we install Angular CLI on our system? Here are the commands mentioned for that. So let's go back to our terminal and let's install Angular CLI. So I'll open it side by side like this. So the command that we need to write is npm install -g. -g stands for global, so it will install Angular globally in our system. So Angular @Angular/CLI. So this will install the latest Angular version for us. So now our Angular is installed. Now let's check the version of it. So ng version is the command which will tell us which is the current version of our Angular CLI. So you can see the Angular CLI version is 17.3.5. It will also side by side give us the versions of these things like Node, package manager and OS. Okay, so now we have completed our second step also, which was installing Angular CLI. So since the Angular CLI is now installed, let us now install our first Angular app. For that I have created one folder on my desktop and I will open this folder in my VS Code. So my folder is open and now I will open my terminal. So what are the next steps to execute? So first of all, here the step is given that in order to create, build and serve a new basic Angular project on a development server, go to the parent directory of your new workspace and use the following commands. So basically we have to run these commands. So first command is ng new my first project. So let's create our first project. So ng new, and this can be your, this is your app name. Basically this can be anything, whatever you want to keep it. So I'm keeping it as this only, my first project. Let's hit enter and this will start installing our first Angular project. Now it will ask for some configuration. What is the type of CSS or style sheet format that you would like to use? So for now I'm keeping it as CSS. So I will just hit enter and move next. Now it is asking, do you want to enable server side rendering and static side generation? So I'm also going to keep it default and hit enter, which will give no. So now our Angular app is installed. You can see here my first project is there and all these files are there. In the next video we are going to see what all these files are and what is their purpose. So for now, let's move ahead and do the next steps. So in the next step, it was mentioned that now we have to move to the our current directory, which so currently I'm in my root directory, which was previously first app. Now I will move on to this one, my first project. So for that I will write cd my first project. Now I'm to my first project. Now the next step is we have to start running this local host so that we can see it running. So the command for this is ng-serve. I'm going to hit enter and it will run our app on local host. So basically it will ask something, so you just have to hit enter. So now you can see localhost 4200. I will click control and click on this, so it will open this in my web browser. So you can see my first Angular app has started running. So this is the default app which is given to us by Angular. Now from the next videos we are going to start configuring and customize it according to our own needs. So in this video we have seen different things. First of all, we have seen what is how to install node and npm. Then we have seen how to install Angular CLI. Then we have seen installing our first Angular app. And now let us see what is the interview question for today. So the interview question for on this topic can be, how do you install a specific version of Angular and what are the steps involved in ensuring that a precise version is installed on your project? So the command that you have to use is npm install @angular core @core 12.0.0. For example, if this is the specific version that you want to install, so you can use this version name. Okay, and in this way you can install the specific version. And how can you ensure whether the correct version is installed? You have to write ng version, so it will show you the version of Angular that you have installed. So that's all for this video. I hope you have found the video helpful, and if you found it helpful, please give it a like and share it with your friends. Also make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thanks for watching the video.